Damn, I want the line. Always in the north side, chilling with my other guys. You know what it's like.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to our YouTube channel, and if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe and comment so we know. Today's video is just going to involve me. Tristan is at work, Piper is taking a nap, so I thought this would be the perfect time to go ahead and film this. Tristan did not want to be in this because it would mainly be me talking. So a lot of people have been asking me to make a video about my pregnancy and childbirth, and I have gotten a lot of questions, so I thought I would go ahead and make a video. So yeah, let's get into it. So first, I'm gonna start off with my the pregnancy part of it. Honestly, I had no complications, so we probably won't be talking about this for long. I had no issues. I had a smooth pregnancy, a healthy pregnancy. I got pregnant at the end of December. I had Piper in October. I went 39 and a half weeks. The only thing I would say about my pregnancy that was not the best was the end, but everybody's miserable at the end of it. You know, you just are big, you want to be done with it, you have a lot of pressure, it doesn't feel good to move, doesn't feel good to walk, you're just in a lot of pain, and you're ready for the baby to be here. The only other thing I would say is don't overeat. Do not think you can eat whatever you want. I am saying that. Do not think you can eat whatever you want, because you cannot. You will gain weight. I don't care what you say, you will gain weight. 30 pounds adds up with the baby weight, the placenta, the breast tissue, the water weight, all that good stuff. So yeah, you will lose that within about a week after. You lose a lot when you give birth, you know, but the rest of that should be gone within like a week or two. But yeah, so I gained 50 pounds, if not a little bit over 50 to 60 pounds. Obviously, go around, I will not think I can eat whatever I want. I will not go to Mexican twice a week. I will not eat ice cream every day. No. So, yes, you do get cravings. I got ice cream cravings all the time, which apparently if you have a girl, you will crave sugar and sweets. I don't know if that's actually true, but I mean, it was pretty accurate to me because I did crave sweets all the time. So next go around, like I said, I will not eat whatever I think I want to eat all the time, because losing that weight was definitely very hard for me. I've never had to lose weight before, so I didn't really know how to be consistent because, you know, I've never had to do that before. But really, losing weight, you really do need to be consistent. You need to be eating a clean diet and exercising. Okay, I will say I never got any morning sickness, nothing like that, never threw up. A couple days I did feel a little nauseous, but it wasn't bad at all. It lasted for maybe 2 hours. Don't really consider that morning sickness though, because it did not happen every day like it does happen to some people. Yeah, also about being pregnant, I did get stretch marks. I got more stretch marks on my legs than my stomach. They're not bad. To me, stretch marks are not a big deal. I don't think that is something you should be ashamed of. You're growing a baby inside of you. Your body is going to change in so many different types of ways throughout the whole process. So I think those are like a beautiful thing. I wouldn't be afraid. I'm not scared of my stretch marks. I'm not scared for people to see them. People have stretch marks all the time for tons of different reasons. So stretch marks are not a big deal to me. I do have some on my stomach, but they're not noticeable. I did use bio oil and coconut butter throughout my pregnancy to rub on my stomach. It did help, I guess. They're not noticeable, so they're not bad. I mean, pretty much about it about my pregnancy, because, you know, like I said, I didn't have any complications. So let's jump into, do y'all hear Piper? She's talking, she's trying to go to sleep. So anyways, let's go to when she was born. My mom had been begging me to go to the nail salon to get our toes done, because she said I need to get my toes done because nurses and doctors are going to be down there, you know, in the area. Your toes need to look good. Well, I was like, Mom, no, I don't care, like, that's fine, like, whatever. So I kept putting it off, and then finally she asked me again, and I took her up on the offer. So we went all the way to the nail salon she likes over in Locust Grove, which is about a 20-minute drive from my house. And I'm wearing a dress because, you know, when you're pregnant, you just want to wear comfy clothes and a dress. I was just wearing a casual orange sundress. And we got to the nail salon around 4 o'clock. And I needed to go to the bathroom. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. They were getting our chairs ready. They're getting our chairs ready, getting our drinks ready, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, you know, went to the bathroom, and I stood up. Keeping in mind, I'm wearing a dress. Stood up, and like, it was a single bathroom, so I mean, there weren't stalls, so I mean, that was good. But literally, my water broke. So, yeah, it just kind of comes out. So, I was like, let me call my mom. So I called my mom, like, Mom, I think my water just broke. She had a C-section with me. She had my sister naturally, and her water did break with her. So she did know what it was like, and you know what was going on. So she was like, yeah, your water definitely broke. We are, keeping in mind, 20 minutes away, but it was traffic time over there in the square. I don't know what was going on, but there was traffic. So our 20-minute drive ended up being 45 minutes. I called my doctor when I got in the car, told her I was on the way, and then the traffic came. So then she calls me and was like, Megan, are you coming? And I was like, yes, I'm stuck in traffic. Like, I'm trying to get home. I have to go home, get my bags, and then I will be there. She was like, okay, hurry up. So I called Tristan, and I'm like, pack bags. We're going to the hospital because Piper is coming today. And he said, are you being serious or are you kidding? Okay, in his defense, I did kind of kid around with him a couple times, like, because we were excited, and so he kind of didn't believe me at first, but then I told him, or my mom was like, it's happening, and yeah, so then, anyways, he got ready, got to the house, got our bags. We had already packed our baby bag because it was exciting, and what else were we gonna do? So yeah, we packed the baby bag, put some clothes in a bag, got all of our stuff, headed to the hospital. So my water broke around 4, I got to the hospital around 6. The hospital was 40 minutes away. So yeah, we finally got there between like 5:36. Right when I got out of the car, stood up, water, just no pshoom. So I'm very glad nobody in the parking lot was sitting in their car and saw that, because, you know, keeping in mind, didn't have time to change because I was trying to get to the hospital. So yeah, anyways, like I said, it just comes when it wants, and it just goes, you know, leaves your body whenever. So you don't really, it's not like you can be prepared for it. You don't know when it's gonna happen or when it's gonna just come out. But anyway, so I get there, check in, get a bed, they monitor me. Well, get a bed like in the room where they monitor you at. My room was not ready because they had to still clean a room. But yeah, so that took about 2 hours. They were monitoring Piper through a belt. They put a belt on your stomach, and they monitor the baby's heartbeat, check you to see how far you've dilated. When I got to the hospital, I don't think I was dilated. If I was, it was like 1 or 2, but maybe 2 because I was dilated a 1 before my water broke, like a week before. So yeah, probably a 2. Finally got a room around 10 o'clock that night. They started giving me this medicine to speed up the labor, but they put it on the lowest dosage, so they didn't think Piper was gonna come until the next day during the day. But no, she came quick. So I was in labor for about 12 hours. During the 12 hours, I did not feel contractions the whole time. Like I said, my water broke at 4, didn't start feeling contractions until about 10 when they did put me on the medicine to speed things up. So when I was about 4, I went ahead and got the pain medicine. You can get a pain medicine or an epidural or both. So I've heard stories You don't want to get the epidural until, you know, you don't want to wait too long, but you don't want to get it too early because it could wear off and then you feel everything during birth, and I did not want to do that. So I went ahead and got the pain medicine. Let's just say that was the worst 50 minutes of my life, y'all. It was supposed to last 2 hours, lasted 50 minutes for me. Felt every single contraction, felt everything, was throwing up, was, you know, going down there. Tristan said my eyes were rolling, like in the back of my head. Like, I don't know what was happening during that 50 minutes, but it was the worst 50 minutes of my life. Like I said, I felt every contraction, and contractions, y'all, they feel like menstrual cramps, but strong, like 10 times. Like, I had some really bad cramps when I was younger. They felt like that, but just a lot stronger. So anyways, 50 minutes went by, finally wore off, which I was so happy. Next go around, I will probably not get that because obviously my body reacted to that in some weird type of way. So yeah, so then right after that wore off, I went ahead and told my nurses I would like to get my epidural, which I'm glad I told them when I did. I was about, I don't know, I want to say 6 maybe. But it took the doctors a few minutes to come up there. It took them probably about 15 minutes. So, epidural, no, I did not see the epidural needle. No, I don't care about needles. They don't bother me. That is not a big deal to me. I'd rather get 50 shots at one time than a finger prick, because finger pricks freaking hurt. I don't care what y'all say. But yeah, so I am fine with needles. I did not see it, nor did I have the chance to, because they were basically walked in the room and was like, turn around. Didn't ask to see it, didn't care. Like I said, I do not care about needles. So they did it. Did it hurt? No. But like I said, needles don't bother me, so didn't hurt. I did twitch when I did it. I didn't know I twitched, but the doctor was like, you need to stay still, and I was like, okay, sorry, I didn't know. But yeah, I guess my body just like felt it, I don't know. But anyways, did not feel it, did not hurt. If anything, people do think it hurts. It feels like a little pinch. But yeah, so got the epidural, immediately did not feel anything from my waist down. I was numb. I did not like that feeling. I was not able to move my legs. The nurses had to move me from side to side when, you know, they had to position me different for the baby. You know, they would flip me, move my legs, and I did not like being able not to move my legs because, yeah, I just would never want to be paralyzed because that would freak me out. Like, that gave me some anxiety, not being able to move my legs. But honestly, did not feel anything. No contractions, did not feel contractions. And then from there on, I kept dilating pretty quickly. Before I started pushing though, when I was a 9, my doctor put me in a little Buddha position. So she like put the bed upward, so I'm like this, like completely up. My legs were like in shape of a frog. They were like together like this, and my stomach, you know, was just bulging over. But I don't know what, she said it was a better position, and it would, I don't even remember, but it was a good position to be in apparently. So I was in that position. Then she came in and was like, it's time to push. So I was terrified. I was gonna be pushing for a long time. I only pushed for 8 minutes. Piper came very quickly. She was ready to come. I started pushing at 5:40 a.m. No, I did not sleep at all that night, / morning until she came. I was so excited, and I couldn't really sleep. So yeah, the monitors are beeping constantly. You hear Piper's heartbeat the whole time. Nurses keep coming in, checking you every 30 minutes to an hour. So it was time to push. So I started pushing at 5:40. She came at 5:48, so I pushed for 8 minutes. Most common questions I get asked are, did you tear? No, I did not tear, and I really honestly do believe it was the doctor I had. She was a very good doctor. She was very experienced. She had been in the field for over 40 years. She simply told me you know, I had been pushing for a few minutes, and she was like, when I say stop pushing, stop or you're gonna tear. I did exactly what she did, so she saved me from tearing. I don't think I would want stitches down there, so I'm really glad I didn't tear. Also, yeah, she was just a great doctor. Piper came really quick. Everything was fine. Oh, people asked me, did I poop on the table? No, I did not. I'm glad I didn't, because it's already a mess down there after, yeah, no. So anyways, I'm glad I did not do that. And what else? Oh, my placenta. They asked me if I wanted to see my placenta, y'all. No, I'm not the person who wants to see anything that is inside of me. I'd rather not know what that looks like. Then they asked me if I wanted to keep it. If I did not want to see it, what makes them think I want to keep it? No, I do not want to eat it. I do not want to cook it. No, that is not for me. Maybe next go around, maybe I'll see it, maybe, but probably not. So, yeah, all cleaned up. So, this was the other scary part. Okay, so they're getting ready to move me. You know, Piper's getting her bath. They're up with her in the nursery. So they come down with a wheelchair and it's like, it's time to move you upstairs to your room, where I stayed for 2 days, I believe. 2 nights, maybe 3, I think 2 though. So, you know, I had no complications, like with delivery, nothing like that. So I was gonna be out pretty quickly. But Piper was in the NICU, ended up going to the NICU, so I did stay an extra night longer. I could have gone home the first night, but I didn't. They wanted to keep me there also. So, yeah, I stayed. But anyways, when I was getting into the wheelchair, I stood up, and one of my legs were still numb from the epidural. And I kind of, like, fell forward. But, like, I didn't fall, you know, I just kind of, like, caught myself. And, like, the nurses caught me, too. But, yeah, one of my legs was still numb. Did not like that. I was very freaked out on why one of my legs was still numb. But, yeah, anyways, so it ended up wearing off about, like, few hours after. It was just really weird to me. I didn't think I was gonna come unnumb. I thought I was stuck like that, but everything's good. I am fine now. I was fine a few hours later. So, well, then they brought Piper back into me, and I tried to breastfeed her. She would not latch on to me. Then the lactation nurse discovered that she was not even sucking, like not even making the motions. So that's when they took her to the NICU. They ran some tests. She was pretty healthy. The only thing is, since she was not swallowing, not doing the motion, they did go ahead and pump her stomach of all the fluids that were in there from birth. And she was not able to eat for I don't remember if it was 24 hours or 48 hours, but she was not able to get anything. She could only get an IV of fluid, and so that was pretty scary. You know, when they're first born, the lactation nurse was like, you know, their stomach is the size of a marble, so, you know, it's okay if she doesn't eat, but I was freaking out about that. But everything went fine. A few days later, or yeah, after they ran the test and they figured out what was wrong, they went ahead and gave her a pacifier, which was supposed to help her with the motion of the sucking motion. So then, since I was not able to stay in the NICU 24/7, parents, you do want to be in the NICU with your child at all times, but you just can't, like, you want to be, but you can't. So, I pumped, and she got my milk through a bottle, and she never really latched after that, after the NICU, but other than that, she was a very healthy baby. Another thing I want to say is, y'all should definitely walk. Walking is great. It's supposed to help you deliver quicker by walking. I don't know how, but just walk. Your doctor will tell you that. Also, definitely recommend an epidural unless you want to fill everything, which I hope I never have to. I know some people don't have a choice and do have to go through that. Shout out to all the moms, honestly, that can do it without epidural, because I don't think I could. Like, that would really hurt. But yeah, so no, people ask me if childbirth is scary. No, it's not. I was not scared. I was pretty excited. Like I said, she came pretty quickly, so I wasn't sitting there pushing for hours like some moms do. So like I said, my doctor was very nice, very helpful throughout the whole process. Just a very nice woman. She definitely knew what she was doing, and I believe she is the reason why I delivered so quickly, by the the different positions she kept putting me in, by telling me when to push, when to not, stuff like that. So yeah, if I did not answer any questions that y'all do have, go ahead and drop them in the comments and I will try to get back to you. But I think I pretty much covered all the major questions that I get asked. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and we will see you guys next time.